Hi guys, and welcome back to Tangy Tea of Life. I'm your host Veronica. Co-host Tawan is not with us again tonight, and we are finally back after a few weeks. Finally made it back, guys. Been super busy, but I said tonight we have got to make the time to bring some tea. And with me, I have my friend Natasha back with us, and we have a special guest tonight making her first appearance, I should say, on Tangy Tea. My best friend, BFF, whatever you want to call it, Keisha.
Hi.
Hey, Keisha.
Hey, Veronica.
Thank you so much for sitting and sipping some tea with Tasha and I. Cheers
You're welcome.
to your first tea with us.
Yes.
Glad to have you. All right, guys, so I just wanted to first say thank you guys so much for waiting on us. Thank you so much for your email letters and your letters in my inbox on Facebook. So we do have a letter tonight. These ladies, of course, do not know what the letter is about. So we're going to get right into the letter, all right? So it goes like this. The devil is a lie. I walked in on my cousin and her boyfriend. She think I was wrong because I stood there in disbelief because she pretended that she was saving herself for marriage. She has always told me that she was a virgin. When I was telling her about my boyfriend and how we have sex all the time, she called me out my name and said I'm going to hell because I'm committing a sin by having sex before marriage. She's always talking about how holy and sanctified she is. She's one of those that wear dresses and skirts 365 days out the year. Goes to church 5 days out the week, type of Christian. But yet she is always criticizing me for the sins I'm committing, but she's doing the absolute same thing. I'm so pissed because I also found out she was pregnant once before, but had an abortion to cover it up 2 years ago. I found that out from another cousin just this past week. I can't stand these so-called Christians. This is exactly why I don't attend church on a regular basis. I should have known something because she's always putting me down for the things I do, calling me names and judging me. Take a look in the mirror, girl, because if I'm going to hell, you can start packing as well. Ladies, I really don't want to have anything to do with her right now. Am I wrong? Well, first off, let me say that, those are the biggest hypocrites. We all know that. The ones that be in church, the ones that claim to be holy, sanctified, and all of that. Yes, those are the ones that will come at you and tell you what you're doing wrong. They're never wrong. They always been a Christian all their life. They never went through things. They always been, holy and sanctified and doing what the Lord has asked them to do. But we all know that's not true because we all have sinned and fallen short of the coming, how they say it, fallen short of the coming of the glory of the Lord.
Glory, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, no sin is greater than the next. Let's just start there.
Right.
And just because she go to church 5 days out the week does not make her more of a Christian than I'm a Christian that goes to church once a week.
Right.
So do not let anyone stop you from doing what you're doing. Don't let anyone and I'm not saying that sinning is good. Okay, I'm not saying that. But don't let someone stop you from going to the church just because of the way they act. You have to go get yourself right. You have to be right for the Lord yourself. You don't worry about these other people, so-called Christians, that look at you side eye or whatever like that. Okay? Ladies?
Right.
Cool. Well, you know me. I'm always the opposite. But this time, the part that stands out to me more is when you're saying that's the reason why you're not going to church. A lot of people like to blame other people for the reason of their decision. And I feel like that's totally wrong because it's not her. And if she was basically at your job and she was telling you something, would you say that's the reason why I'm not going to work? It's petty. That comment right there by itself is petty. Right. You walking in on her, she should have had a door locked. But at the end of the day, you walked in on her and seen that that's her. When you and her both die, you have to answer for your sins and she have to answer for hers. Despite of everything that she have told you or criticized you, fine, that's all right. You already know she's just like you. So just look past that. And if you feel like that's a reason for you not to speak to her, then I feel like it's more deeper than you just finding her in a bed with somebody.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. There's so much of that going on today. You know, they always say that, you know, we people in church are the biggest problem of the reasons why people do not attend churches. But your cousin, she can't judge anybody, you know, because whatever's in a person is going to come out. And it was just meant for you to see who she really, really is. And, you know, we can put this image in front of man, but God knows our heart, and what's inside of us is going to eventually come out.
Exactly.
I'm sorry that, you know, you had to find out that way, but just pray for her, because we all fall short of God's glory. That's how we repent every day. You know, just you know, even if we indulge in food that we're not supposed to have, sinning, talking about people, sinning, you know, we sin every day. So that's where, you know, when we're weak, we have to seek God for guidance. And it's not going to happen overnight, but as far as just, you know, judging her, we've all done something wrong. We do things wrong every day. So, you know, we're just trying to live in the will of God and just do what He wants us to do. But, you know, at the end of the day, let Him be her judge, and He'll deal with it how He sees necessary.
But I want to know, what did the cousin say when she caught her, though? Like when she stepped in.
Yeah, she didn't get into details. She just said she stood there in disbelief. But the cousin was mad because she stood there, I guess, you know.
Like, why you standing there watching me?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm standing there because you criticizing me for having sex with my man.
Right.
But here you are having sex yourself.
You gotta watch out for those type of people sometimes. You have to look when people tell you to stop doing this.
Right.
You have to really
They be
look
the one
at
doing it on the low.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, I go to church, you know, my dad's a pastor, the whole 9 yards, but one thing I try not to do is judge or criticize.
Right.
Because I tell anybody who know me, I'm not perfect myself.
Right.
And I
None
tell
of us
you,
are.
God ain't through with me yet, and
He's not through with any of us.
You know,
so
we
like,
all
I have
sin.
a mouth.
I mean, even the things that we think that's not godly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a sin.
Yeah.
Overeating, like you said, that's a sin.
Exactly.
We sin every day.
Every day.
So just because, like I said, she go to church 5 days a week, she wears skirts and dresses every day of the year. That doesn't make you any better than me.
No better than the next person.
You may know the word more than me, maybe.
Maybe, right.
But are you living by what you're reading?
Right.
I might get criticized for this, but sometimes I feel like people go to church every day. Sometimes people use going to church every day as a simple hobby. You get what I'm saying?
And then some people
do it for the spiritual.
Maybe spirituality, but you know, if you've been raised
in
coming up in church every day, and that's probably all she knows is to go to church every day or whatever.
People, you know that.
And sometimes you have to, you have to break that.
Right.
If you know you're not right, and you know that's not in your heart to go to church, if you're old enough to make that decision to not go to church, I don't care what your mom, your grandparents, I don't care how you was raised, but if it's not in your spirit to do it.
And I'm not saying God didn't tell you guys to do it, because I don't know what God tell you, but some people just do it just to...
Just to keep it going.
And just to say, I go to church every day. I go to church 5 Sundays, and you're like, really?
And you're still the same.
I mean, I'm
Are you changing?
That makes you more closer to God just because you go to church 5 days a week. It's no different from me praying in my bathroom 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of people take that blow it out of proportion. Excuse me.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And going back to what she said about that's the reason why she do not go to church.
I hate when people say that.
Yeah, and I tell people, I said, just because the people in the church, they don't make you. You go there to get the word yourself.
Yeah.
Don't matter what they're doing.
Right.
If they're just going just to talk about people or just to show off what they're wearing, or you know, are they trying to get with the pastor? You know, that's their business.
And then
I mean, you don't worry about what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, and then I hit them like the same people at the church is at your job, so you're gonna tell me you're gonna stop working.
Exactly. Yeah, you
so
have
they
to
feel like that's different because they're getting a check, they're getting paid to be on their job. At church, they're just going to get a word, you know. So
and the heart
different.
is not, you know, in it. So you know, we all have to seek God for ourselves.
Exactly.
And it's very personal. You know, I can't do it based off what you went through, what you went through. It's you got to be intimate, and it's on a personal level. And you know, it's just a wonderful feeling. I know I've changed churches, and it was hard. Of course, you know, I've been bashed. I've been getting a lot of talk, but I needed to do what was best for my soul.
And you have to.
And it, you know, it's nothing. It is personal. You know, my relationship with God is personal. So I know what I needed. So I had to take this step. Of course, being afraid of what people would say. And of course, I was getting it. And of course, you know, I didn't have that support system. So I'm like, God, this is just, you know, I give myself to you. I surrender all to you. So here am I. I need what I need from you. So I took that leap, and I'm telling you, that's just like the best thing I could have ever done with my life.
And people are so, what's the word? They like to critical. Yeah, they're so critical. They not critical.
Criticize.
Yeah, they like to criticize. You know, they're so quick to judge others for the decisions that you don't know why I made that decision. You don't know why I wanted to attend another church.
Right.
You know, that's my personal choice, and I have that right to make that. I mean, I didn't switch churches, but I'm speaking, you know, because of what you just said.
Right.
But I have that choice to go where I want to go.
Exactly.
It's not up to you to decide.
Exactly.
The thing is, what I hate being a pastor's daughter, and I'm gonna use hate because I
point the fingers at everything you do.
Yes, and it's like they feel like, especially for a pastor, they feel like the outsiders feel like they hold you to this certain pedestal and has these high expectations, but they forget that you're like human just like them. Right. Like her cousin or whatever, she was holding her cousin to this high expectation, you know, this standard.
Because the cousin put herself
there.
Her cousin put her there.
And then the cousin was bashing, but now since she's seen that the cousin, hey, you just like me.
Just like me.
So now I'm going to knock the people that's behind you, you know, like the church and everything, because this is what you was representing. You have to be careful. We have to, the people that's in church have to be careful.
Exactly.
When
that's
you
what I
do
was
stuff
say.
like that.
The Christians, y'all have,
well,
I mean, church folk.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to church too, but you have to be careful how you present yourself.
Yes.
Right.
You don't be knocking no one down, and you know what you're doing in your backyard.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Why you trying to chop my throat?
Then it makes the church look bad.
Right.
It makes people look, because people say just like, this is why I don't go to church. And so now what she's going to do is go to everybody, and if somebody say, do you want to be saved? No, because you know what? My cousin was going to so-and-so, so-and-so. And now this is the reason why, you know?
I just feel too, you know, even though her cousin, you know, got caught in what she did, is that going to change the way God feels about her cousin? I mean, even though she put this image out for us, you know, people.
But God knew all
along. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it was just her time to see that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just to open up her eyes. So
I mean, y'all got to get y'all freak on too.
Church is out. Jesus. We'll pass the offering out later. Church is out. We here to hear the word.
I know you're supposed to be married first, but
Jesus.
I'm not, you know, saying that it's right.
Look, I'm doing this celibacy
Help us,
thing,
Lord.
and
Help
it's
us, Lord.
kind of hard though. It's really hard when you're like practicing being celibate and things like that, because the way the world is now, everybody feels like when you meet me, you have to sleep with me, like you have to have sex. So it's hard. Now I understand for like the cousin and stuff, it's kind of hard to just stand there and stand on doing things the right way.
And she was doing hers on a sneak tip.
But exactly, because she probably had people around who was going to criticize her because of that. And it's not that serious. Like, churches don't tell you about the woman. You don't hear women say, okay, I did have sex with this guy and this is blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You have the women who say, you don't have sex. Sit there. Keep your legs closed. Sit up. Wear your hat to the side. Do this.
And they do it.
And be holy.
But
wear a slip.
And creeping out the backside.
Yeah. Eat this peppermint. Be quiet.
Right.
And you sitting there just smiling. Oh, this is what church is about?
Right.
Don't tell them that. You know?
Right.
Don't tell them you having sex. You know?
Yeah.
And this is, I feel, that's where the part where the worldly people say that we are fake. Because we don't tell them the real thing.
Real deal. Go ahead and tell them that. Peter, now, be careful. Because then...
Go ahead. Like, listen, God ain't through with me yet. You know? Like,
when you get that Peter, it's going to change your life. So you might want to wait until... I mean, just don't...
Now it's time for the benediction.
You have to be real with these people.
You have to.
Like, these kids that growing up these days, they know more than we know.
And we sit there trying to act all saved and stuff, and they know. And then it's sad because the kids see what we don't see inside the church.
Right.
So when the parent is up there handling communion, doing this, the kid is looking at them like, oh my God, you are so two-faced.
But you know,
Yeah.
Not to cut you off. You know, I've learned a long time, you know, the life that I live, it needs to speak for me. I don't need my pastor standing over me. You know, just, I'm not going to say making assumptions, but just based off what he knows. You know, I try to live a life decent and in order. I'm not perfect. I like to have fun, let my hair down, don't get me wrong. But my children, I don't want to be a lie to my children. You know, because, you know, you hear stories, oh, girl, your mama was this. And your mama was that. No. When you talk to my children, well, I remember your mom, you know, did such and such. Well, yeah, she did tell me that. I'm not perfect.
That's the way
I'm not perfect, honey, because whatever you guys are doing now, trust me, mom did it. I'm just saying.
Right.
But I mean,
and it's nothing like, hey, this is, and it's sad because like with my daughter somehow got mixed up and some rumors probably got back to my daughter while she was away at her dad's or whatever, and it came back to me and my daughter would tell me about it. And I was like, well, probably from your dad's side or whatever, I probably was. And she was like, Mom, sis. I was like, hey, I was young. Right. I mean, if they still holding on to that, that's their problem. Right. Mine, but look at me now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Compared to, I'm supposed to change. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have some things that people don't like about your life.
Right.
But you can't let that
But
hinder
why we judge people so?
I don't
People
know.
just need to live their life, stop worrying about other people, and this world will be a
But
better
that's why
place.
David said,
lane.
Right.
But listen, that's why David said, whatever you do, Lord, do not put me in the hands of man. And because man is the worst people to judge you. Like, it's so bad now.
Any little thing.
You can hit your child, spank a child on the hand on Facebook.
Somebody got something to say.
And then they blast it over. Next
How
thing
you
you know,
get that little child? They
right, you are unfit mother. You seen the shoes, and matter of fact, you forgot to put socks on. You see she was there with no socks on. The baby didn't have socks on. She's unfit. Then DSS is at
And
your
they're
door.
not understanding, you know, the parent may not be able to, you know, have, you know, afford socks or whatever. You know, because at the school, you know, we did a coat drive. Because we see parents coming in without jackets on themselves, children. So, you know, you try to help those people. You don't, oh, look at them. Because
that's why you never know what someone else is going through.
Right.
But people are so quick to judge and don't know what's you know going on inside somebody's house.
Exactly.
And you know, and back to you, Tasha, when you say your dad is a pastor, you know, you all have
we have it worse.
Yeah, because you know they always
PK
say that y'all
kids is the worst kids.
Mm-hmm.
We have it worse.
Yeah.
We have it worse because I remember when I was pregnant with my first child.
Wow.
Nah, and my dad had to stand up in the pulpit, and I was 24, and he was like, listen, he was like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be the first one to tell you this. Yes, my daughter's pregnant. But one thing I can say, I raised her all the way till she got 18. She's in a home of her own.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when she died, she got an answer to God, not me.
Mm-hmm.
So don't judge me by what my daughter do.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, God is her judge, not you or me.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't understand that. But that's like even when it goes down to pastors getting divorces, a church would empty if a pastor get a divorce.
Well, if that person ain't making me happy, bye.
A church would
Pastor
empty
or not.
if a pastor get a divorce. Like I ain't never said.
Too.
Right.
They're
A church
human.
will, but people forget that. People forget that, and it's all because of what the cousin did and all of that stuff.
So you want me to stay in an abusive relationship? I'm a pastor. You want me to, my husband cheating on me and treating me horrible. Every time I turn around, he's in the bed with somebody else. But you want me to stay because I'm a pastor. I got to give the word.
You know.
No.
God gives us wisdom and knowledge. That's all I can say about that.
Right.
But it's,
I gotta go.
people judge,
Right.
and it's like people come up with their own rules, and they have their expectation for a man of God and for their family, and it's sad.
It
like,
is.
My dad be like, Tasha, don't curse in public or whatever because people know you're my daughter and blah blah blah. I'm like, Daddy, God ain't through with me yet. And I'm like, y'all, please forgive me. God ain't through. And I was trying to count to 10, and he be like, every time he put $1 in the drawer, and he be calling me Peter or whatnot. But at the end of the day, God knows my heart.
Right.
And that's all I'm like, it's to the point, I don't care what people feel about me. I don't care. You can judge me all day long.
Because they will.
But my character gonna speak for myself.
Yeah.
Like, and I train my kids that don't worry about what people say because your character is going to speak for itself.
But you know, it's hard.
It's
It's very hard to not worry what someone else is going to say. But you know, we are at that age where we shouldn't care.
It is.
You know,
it is what it is.
Because people they're gonna have something to say whether it's good or whether it's bad.
And then the sad part about it, and then when you die, everybody's gonna be on Facebook. Look, they're gonna be, I miss you.
I can't believe.
That's amazing.
But you know,
it's
even sad. You know, people still can't even rest in their graves today.
No.
And you're still talking about them.
Yes.
Like their work is on this side is done.
Right.
It's over and done. I mean,
yes.
You know, that's just people.
But you ain't never lied because anybody that died, you let them tell it they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
And the Facebook page is booked. They're like R.I.P. I miss you. I love you.
We've been friends for 15 years.
But couldn't speak in the street or speak at church.
Right. You didn't know me 2 weeks ago.
No, didn't even wish me a happy birthday. But
now that was my best friend. And I remember about 2 years ago when I saw her at such and such, we hold conversation miss me with that.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's just
You
like fake and phony
let people know
are.
now while they living how you feel about them.
It's just show how fake and phony people are.
Right.
Fake and phony. And it's sad. Some of it is in the church.
Yeah.
Some of it's at your job. Some
Right.
of it's anywhere you go.
That's it.
Right.
But to this young lady, I wouldn't let that stop me from going to church. I mean, if that's what you really, really want to do and you're seeking Christ for yourself, we all fall short.
Yes.
I can't say, I don't have anything to say about your cousin. I mean, who am I?
Right.
But, just seek God for yourself in spite of what people tell you, because they're going to want to tell you everything that looks and seems good.
Right.
But whatever's in a person, like I said before, it's going to come out. And believe it when you see it.
Yeah.
Or,
Well, look, one thing, at least you don't have to worry about her saying not to have sex no more.
Right.
Look, kill two girls. Next time, y'all can sit down and go out and eat and talk about it at lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me.
Right. And what
Look, you already know. I've been happy. I stood in there. After I was laughing when she came out. Now listen, you can't tell me
and
nothing.
that wasn't her first time. Well, of course it wasn't, because she said that she was pregnant 2 years ago. So you've been getting,
and she was upset about that.
Yeah, and you've been getting it in all this time,
Right.
but yet you criticizing your cousin because she was having sex.
Wow.
Girl, bye. Stop.
Stop.
Stop. People, come on. Stop criticizing other people for the things that they're doing. Half of you mad because you're not doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop and let people live their life. If they want to do Joe and Bob and Steve, let them do it.
But
They
please
have to
protect
answer.
yourself in the process of Joe,
Right.
Bob, and Steve, because we
Exactly.
don't need no
And if
aid.
you don't want to protect yourself, hey, that's on you, boo.
Right.
Yeah, it is on you.
You know, all that we can say is please do it. But if you
please.
don't, you know what you're risking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to this lady that's saying, is she doing the right thing for not talking to her cousin? I mean, I say talk to your cousin.
Yeah, because it's nothing.
Sit her down and let her know, listen, I didn't like the fact of you trying to, make me feel bad for the things that I've been doing, but yet you've been doing the same things as I was, but you're trying to say that my sin, I'm going to hell just because of what I've been doing. Sit down and talk to your cousin. Listen,
Right.
life is short.
Right.
Life is way too short to stop talking to someone because of this.
Exactly.
She have to pray for that. She have to pray for, making you feel bad, judging you, calling you names, saying that you going to hell and all that, knowing what she was doing.
Right.
But go ahead and make peace with your cousin, because tomorrow is
Amen.
not promised. So you don't want her to leave this earth and you're not talking to her.
I just thought about how people can place you in a place they've never been before. That's some real stuff.
Yeah. It's real.
How can you tell me I'm going someplace that you ain't never been?
Never been.
Exactly.
And you can't
They
put me
do
there.
it. But they do
You
it.
can't even put me there.
They do it. Now, if I follow you up, I may go.
Right. Exactly.
But
How
hey,
can you
right.
put somebody?
I say where I'm going, honey.
Exactly.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for the tea. So glad to be back with you guys. Keisha, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
And sitting with us and sipping on some tea. You must come back.
I will.
Yes,
Right. Please come back.
Enjoy myself. Yay.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Tasha, of course, thank you for coming to sit with me, sis. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll try not to be away for so long the next time, but like I said, things was just going on left and right. So, and hopefully Tawan will be back with some tea tomorrow. So hopefully Tawan will be sitting beside me and sipping on some tea. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to, if you have a topic that you want to talk about, you can hit me up on Facebook. Be sure you go like our page, Tangy Tea of Life, on Facebook. Also, you can email us at tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Leave topic suggestions. If you would like to be a guest on the show, leave all that information right there. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until the next video. Bye.
Bye.